Adhyatma Purana. 1. To blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated their life for propagating the holy name of the Lord. 2. To consider the name of demigods like Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma to be equal or to be independent of the name of Lord Vishnu. 3. To disobey the order of the spiritual master. 4. To blaspheme the Vedic scriptures or scriptures in pursuance to the Vedic version. 5. To consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna to be an imagination. 6. To give some interpretation to the holy name of the Lord. 7. To commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy name. 8. To consider the chanting of Hare Krishna as one of the auspicious ritualistic activities which are offered in Vedas as fruitive activity karma kanda. 9. To instruct a faithless person about the glories of the holy name. 10. To not have a complete faith in chanting of the holy name and to maintain material attachment even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. It is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who claims to be Vaishnava must guard against these offenses in order to achieve the desired success of Krishna Prema. Once again, I thank everyone for joining today's Bhakti Sangha conference call. May I know who all joined this morning? Hare Krishna.
Vinita Gandhurika Mataji, this is Kaumudiki Dasi from Baltimore. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj and all the devotees. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Komadiki Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining and blessing all of us with your sweet association. Welcome to the call.
Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dhanvat Pranams, all glories to Srila Prabhupada and the assembled devotees. This is Revati from Atlanta, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Revati Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining and chanting so beautifully. Welcome to the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. And to all the assembled devotees, this is Manjari Leela Devi Dasi from Naperville. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Manjari Leela Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining and giving your association every single day. Welcome to the call.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj, all glories to assembled devotee. This is Mohini Lakshmi from Detroit.
Hare Krishna, Mohini Lakshmi Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining and giving your association. Welcome to the call.
Hare Krishna,
Gandharvika Mataji, Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj's. My humble obeisances to you and all the devotees. This is Krishna Kumari Devi Dasi from Rani.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Kumari Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining every day and giving your sweet association. Welcome to the call.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, Srila Prabhupada, Jai Guru Maharaj Ki Jai. This is Shyamaguri Devi Dasi from Charlotte.
Hare Krishna, Shyamagauri Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining and giving your association. Welcome to the call.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to all the devotees assembled here. This is Anita Ramya from Sharjah.
Hare Krishna, Anita Ramya Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining and all glories to your wonderful services to Bhakti Sangha. Hare Krishna. Is there anybody who would like to introduce themselves? Okay. I will start the recording. Hare Krishna, everyone. Welcome to Bhakti Sangha conference call. Today we are very fortunate to have His Grace Keshavanand Prabhu to enlighten us on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam, 7th canto, 1st chapter, 17 to 19 verses. Before Prabhuji joins to the call, I request Preeti Vilasni Mataji to take over and read the verses for today. Preeti Vilasni Mataji, over to you.
Reading from Canto 7, Chapter 1, verse number 17.
Etat veditumiccamaha sarva eva vayam mune bhagavan nindaya veno dvijayistamasi patita. O great sage, we are all eager to know the cause for this mercy of the Lord. I have heard that formerly a king by the name Vena blasphemed the Supreme Personality of Godhead and that all the Brahmanas consequently obliged him to go to hell. Shishupala should have also been sent to hell. How then did he merge into the Lord's existence? Dhamagosha Sutta Papa Arabhya Kalabhashanat Samprati Amarshi Govinde Dantavakrascha Durmatihi. Translation. From the very beginning of his childhood, when he could not even speak properly, Shishupal, the most sinful son of Dhamagosha, began blaspheming the Lord, and he continued to be envious of Sri Krishna until death. Similarly, his brother Dantavakra continued the same habits. Shapator Asakrid Vishnum Yad Brahma Paramavyayam Shvitro Najato Jihvayam Nandham Vivishatustamaha. Translation. Although these two men, Shishupala and Dantavakra, repeatedly blasphemed the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Vishnu, Krishna, the Supreme Brahman, they were quite healthy. Indeed, their tongues were not attacked by white leprosy, nor did they enter the darkest region of hellish life. We are certainly most surprised by this. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, Prabhupada Ki Jai. Krishna is described by Arjuna in the Bhagavad Gita 10.12 as follows. Param Brahma Param Dhama Pavitram Paramam Bhavan. You are the Supreme Brahman, the Supreme Abode and Purifier. Herein, this is confirmed. Vishnu Yad Brahma Param Avyayam. The Supreme Vishnu is Krishna. Krishna is the cause of Vishnu, not the vice versa. Similarly, Brahman is not the cause of Krishna. Krishna is the cause of Brahman. Therefore, Krishna is the Parabrahman, yet Brahma Param Avyayam. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. I see still Prabhuji did not join. Is there anybody who would like to introduce themselves? Please go ahead and introduce. Or else I will continue chanting.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandrat Pranam to you and all Vaishnava. Srila Prabhupada, Srila Gurudev Ki Jai Vrinda.
Hare Krishna Vrinda Gopika Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining. Welcome to the call. Is there anybody who would like to introduce themselves?
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavas pranams unto you and all the devotees present here. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharajas. This is Ekaradika Lila Devidasi. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Ekaradika Lila Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining every day and giving your association. Welcome to the call.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavad pranams to you. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and all glories to the assembled Vaishnavas. Vasundhara Devidasi from Bangalore. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Vasundhara Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining every day from India and giving your association. Welcome to the call. Okay, I didn't see still Prabhuji joining. Okay. Is there anybody who would like to introduce themselves?
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to the assembled devotees here. This is Harini Devi Dasi from Mauritius.
Hare Krishna, Harini Devi Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much for joining and giving your association every day, Mataji. Welcome to the call. Yeah.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. This is Srinivas from Hyderabad, India, Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances and to all the devotees who are in the call, and Jai Shri Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna, Srinivas Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you for joining in, Prabhu, today. Welcome to the call.
Thank you, Mataji.
Is there anybody who would like to introduce themselves? Okay, I will continue chanting. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Ram
Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare,
Ram Ram, the 6th and 7th canto, don't you?
Hare Krishna Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare, Hare Krishna Hare 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 Krishna
Prabhuji, there.
Ram Hare.
Did Prabhuji join?
No, Mataji, Prabhuji did not join.
I got the news that he got fever. Let's see.
I could not hear you what you said, Mataji. You got message?
Yeah, I sent message to his friend, one more Prabhu Mataji. He said he'll join shortly.
But I think he has fever.
Oh, he has fever. Okay. Got it, Mataji. So Prabhuji is sick. Okay. We understand. That is why maybe Prabhuji is getting late.
Yes, Mataji.
Okay.
We'll wait for 5 minutes. Otherwise, we will, have group discussion.
Okay, Mataji. Okay. So we will wait for another 5 minutes. I request if anybody would like to sing any bhajan or anything, please raise your hand so that I know someone is interested to sing a bhajan. Okay, Vasundhara Mataji, please go ahead and sing a bhajan, Mataji, for us.
Yes, Mataji. Is there any disturbance in the background, by the way, Mataji?
No, Mataji,
Okay.
it's clear.
I'll just make a short attempt, Mataji. This is a song written by Bhakti Vinoda Thakura, and it's a Bengali script. Please forgive me for any mistakes. All glories to Bhakti Vinoda Thakura and Srila Prabhupada. Mama mana mandire rahanishi din Krishna Murari Shri Krishna Murari Mama mana mandire rahanishi din Krishna Murari Shri Krishna Murari Bhakti Priti Mala Chandan Bhakti Priti Mala Chandan Tumi niyo he niyo Chitnandan Tumi niyo he niyo Chitnandan Jivana Maranda Puja Niveda Jivana Maranda Puja Niveda Sundar hai man aari Sundar hai man aari Krishna Murari Shri Krishna Murari Momo mana mandire rahanishi din Krishna Murari Krishna Murari Yesho Nanda Kumar Nanda Kumar Yesho Nanda Kumar Nanda Kumar Abe Prema Pradeepe Arati Toma Prema Pradeepe Arati Toma Nayana Jamuna Jare Anipa Nayana Jamuna Jare Anipa Tumari Dari Krishna Murari Shri Krishna Murari Momo mana mandire rahanishi din Krishna Murari Shri Krishna Murari Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Vasundhara Mataji. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhu, for joining and giving your valuable time and association this morning and enlightening us on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam. Today we are reading Srimad Bhagavatam, 7th canto, 1st chapter, 17 to 19 verses. Verses are already have been read, Prabhuji. You can start with the prayers. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, I think I have to. Can I read the verse again? Because yeah, I'll read the English. That's a good thing, and then I'll explain.
Sure, Prabhuji.
Yeah, that's good. Sure. 7:1:17. Yeah. I'm having little fever. That's why I got.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Even though you are sick, you still given your time for
Yeah,
us. Thank you so much. Hare
I
Krishna.
don't know. In India, there is a lot of fever now. Everybody's down.
Even
So
here
it's
it is like that, Prabhuji. Everybody here also getting
okay.
sick. Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay, anyway, yeah, that's nice to speak. Okay, can I just see the verse also? Okay, yeah. This is 7th canto, and we are discussing Srimad Bhagavatam. This is first chapter and 17th verse. Okay. So this is, yeah, I'll just speak invocation and then I'll speak. That will be a good idea. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Etat veditum ichhama sarva eva vayam mune. Bhagavan nindaya veno dvijais tamasi patitaha. Translation: O great sage, we are all eager to know the cause for his mercy, for this mercy of Lord. I have heard that formerly the king named Vain blasphemed Supreme God, and that all Brahmins consequently obliged him to go to hell. Vishupal should also have been sent to hell. How did it emerge into the Lord's existence? Next. Dam Gosha Sutapapa Arabhe Kala Bhashanat Samprati Amarshi Govinde Dantavakrascha Durmatihi. From very beginning of this childhood, when he could not even speak properly, Shishupal, the most sinful son of Dhamghosh, blaspheming the Lord, continued to be envious of Shri Krishna until death. Similarly, his brother Dantavakra continued the same habits. Yeah, I think next to go. Shaptora Sakrit Vishnum Yad Brahma Paramavyayam Switro Najato Jivayam Nandham Vivasatustamaha. Although these two men, Shishupal and Dantavakra, repeatedly blasphemed the supreme of Godhead, Lord Vishnu, Supreme Brahman, they were quite healthy. They were quite healthy. Indeed, their tongues were not attacked by white leprosy, nor did they enter darkest regions of hellish life. They certainly more surprised by this. Okay, purport. Krishna is described by Arjuna in Bhagavad Gita as follows: Param Brahma, Param Dhama, Pavitram, Param Bhavan, the Supreme Brahman, the Supreme Abode and Purifier. When this is confirmed, Vishnu Yad Brahma Param Avyam, the Supreme Vishnu is Krishna. Krishna is the cause of Vishnu, not vice versa. Brahman is not the cause of Krishna. Krishna is the cause of Brahman. Therefore, Krishna is the Parbrahman Yad Brahma Param Avyayam. Okay, just give me a minute. I just want to change the net. Change. गुलाम कर दिया iPhone in net. Okay, so these are nice verses and I wish to speak on this. Now, this verse is, yeah, before I speak, I'll just pray over it. And I also need to change my iPhone. Just a minute. Okay, yeah, here I am. Everybody can hear me clearly? Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhuji, koti koti dandavat pranam.
Yes.
Yeah, fine. Yeah, I just changed my phone. That's why. Okay, fine. Yeah. So, Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshum Tamyena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namane Namastaste Urvani Pachani Visheshu Navati Panchadeshta. Shri Prabhupada ki jai. So these verses are quite nice verses because Yudhishthira Maharaj is inquiring and he's surprised that Shishupal, he actually didn't go to hell. That's a surprise. although he was very envious, and actually Shishupal was a person who, as soon as he was born, it is said in these verses, Dam Ghosha Sota Papa. His father's name was Dam Ghosh. And as soon as he was born, he could not even speak properly, but he began blaspheming the Lord. It is said about Shishupal, as soon as he was born, he didn't even cry. Most children, they cry, isn't it? But he didn't even cry. And he just, the first word from his mouth was Krishna's Namaskar. That was the first word from his mouth. No child is like that, but he was a special child. He was Jai Vijay, and his purpose was to be born as a demon. Although as a demon, he never forgot Krishna. That's one thing. And this is the most important point. He became a demon, but he never forgot Krishna. This is quite interesting because, and this is the point which is the answer to the question of this students. He never forgot Krishna. And that's why when he was born, the first word he spoke, Krishna is a rascal. Now this can show you, as soon as he's born in this world, he didn't do anything. He simply remembered Krishna. And and when he died, he also spoke, he blasphemed Krishna. And of course, if this is a situation, whole life, you can imagine how much more he would have been remembering Krishna. That's Shishupal. So that's why Yudhishthira Maharaj is saying, that's why the point is, Yudhishthira Maharaj is asking, how did he get merged in the Lord's existence? And Yudhishthira Maharaj is raising this point, that generally, okay, fine, he, Shishupal Dantavakra, okay, fine, now you might say, well, he was, so you might say that he was, okay, fine, he was remembering Krishna 24 hours. But nevertheless, he was blaspheming him. That's quite interesting. So if he was blaspheming Krishna, then how did he merge into his existence? Why didn't he go to hell? That's a very genuine question. Because generally, he's saying in the verse, let's see here, verse 19. He's saying in the verse 19 that actually he knows that Shishupal is remembering, and he's saying that Shishupal should have, people who blaspheme Krishna, they should generally go to hell, and people who blaspheme Krishna, they should generally be attacked by white leprosy. So, but nothing of this sort happened to him. So how is that? That's what he's asking. Let me just have a look here. Yeah, there is a verse. Okay, so that's what he's saying. Indeed, their tongues were not attacked by white leprosy, nor did they enter the darkest region of hellish life. We are certainly more surprised by this. Now, this is quite interesting because generally people who blaspheme Krishna, they should go to hell. Just like Duryodhan. Duryodhan went to hell. It is said by Madhvacharya, he went to hell. He and all his brothers who were like blaspheming Krishna, they did a lot of offense against Pandavas. He tried to kill Pandavas, and of course they should go to hell. Otherwise, if they don't go to hell, then who will go to hell? That was the question of Yudhishthira Maharaj when he. So when the entire Mahabharata it got over, then Yudhishthira Maharaj asked this very simple question to Vyasadeva, that so Vyasadeva informed him, well, Duryodhana and his party, they went to heaven. Vyasadeva created an illusion to show Yudhishthira Maharaj. Yudhishthira Maharaj said, what is this? This is crazy. They should be in hell because they blaspheme Krishna, they blaspheme Vaishnavas. And if they don't go to hell, if they go to heaven, then this is a nonsense religion, this is a nonsense justice. I abandon this justice. Vyasadeva said, okay, fine. Now you have passed in the understanding of religion. And because why? Because you know religion, and the number one basis of religious life is to be not attached to religious life itself, and to be attached to Krishna only. And that's why Vyasadeva said, this is nice. You're ready to abandon religion. Why? Because religion is not doing justice. Why? Because Duryodhana and his party is going to heaven. If that's the case, if religion doesn't do justice, then I'm going to abandon religion. Because the purpose of religion is to do justice. And when that is lost, then I don't want religion. And this shows that Yudhishthira Maharaj was not following religion fanatically or mechanically without any understanding. What's the purpose of religion? There are many people who follow religion without understanding the purpose of religion. So these people are called dharma avalambi by Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Simply rules and regulations of free religion. Vyasadeva wanted to check whether Yudhishthira Maharaj understands the intricacies and the purpose of religion, or is simply attached to speaking truth, or attached to being a good person. And that was not the case, and he passed. And that's what Krishna is saying, Sarv Dharman Paritajya Mamekam Sharanam Vraja. Krishna is saying, if dharma doesn't lead to proper justice, if dharma is not leading to attraction to Krishna, then it's waste. The purpose of dharma, there are two purposes of religion for dharma. Proper justice, nyaya, and the second is attraction to Krishna. And both things Bhagavatam says. So what's that verse? Dharma sonishtavam sam vishvakseno kathasuya nautpadi daritiratim shramai vai kevalam. This is a verse, and the verse says, if you follow all the religious principles, and if you're not attracted to Krishna, then it's completely waste. So Yudhishthira Maharaj exactly understood both the purposes. He exactly understood, and that is why he was called Dharmaraj. And that's the point. Here Yudhishthira Maharaj is asking. Same Yudhishthira he's asking. He's interested in justice. He's interested in devotion to Krishna. And both things, in Shishupal's case, both things were not there. Neither is attracted to Krishna, is blaspheming him, and neither justice is done. He merged into body of Krishna, and he didn't go to hell. So Yudhishthira Maharaj is surprised. And by the way, this is quite interesting. Sukadeva Goswami uses Yudhishthira Maharaj as a speaker of this question. Yudhishthira Maharaj asking, Srimad Bhagavatam uses, whenever Bhagavatam raises some questions, you should also see who is asking the question, because Bhagavatam chooses a proper disciple and a proper guru always. Yudhishthira Maharaj is a disciple and he's asking these questions. Now, and that's if Arjuna would have asked this question, it would not have made such an impact on people. Yudhishthira Maharaj is asking, and these questions will come from Yudhishthira, definitely. He's Dharmaraj. And both things are not found in Shishupal, and that's why he's surprised. What is happening? Is there any problem with religion? I am Dharmaraj. I know religious principles, and this is not religion. This is not dharma. And that's so these questions are of paramount importance when Yudhishthira Maharaj asked this. So what's happening? So what's the solution? There's neither justice, neither attraction to Krishna. But nevertheless, he merged in the body of Krishna. What's happening? And that is the point. And that is where 7th canto begins, by the way. These questions are purposefully put in this canto, first chapter, 7th canto, to set the theme that, okay, fine. You see, so I have to make you remember this point. 7th canto answers just one question, whether Krishna is partial or impartial. That's the question 7th canto is dealing with. And Jiva Goswami has written Paramatma Sandarbha, and he raises this very question in Paramatma Sandarbha. And he raises this question, okay, why I am writing Paramatma Sandarbha? Why? Paramatma for yogis, Paramatma means super soul, isn't it? But for devotees, for Gaudiya Vaishnavas, we don't like to define Paramatma as super soul because we are not interested in super soul much. I mean to say we are, but Brahmeti, Paramatmiti, Bhagwaniti, we are interested in Bhagwan concept. So if you see the word Paramatma from the eyes of Bhagwan concept, then Jiva Goswami says we define it differently. So Paramatma means Param Priye Atma, who is very dear. Param means very, Priya means dear, Atma, who is dear to our soul, that is Paramatma. You see, one who is dear to soul, that is Paramatma. So, that's how it goes. Param Priyatma. And Paramatma also means one who is very close to soul. Param Nikata. Atma. Who is very, very, very close to soul. In fact, Super Soul is so, in fact, God is so, Krishna is so close to soul that is sometimes called the soul of soul. So Paramatma is one of the names of Krishna. Jiva Goswami says this Paramatma Sandarbha is not dealing with Paramatma as you know, super soul. This Paramatma Sandarbha is dealing with Krishna. One of the name of Krishna is Paramatma because he's very dear to his devotees and he lives very close to his devotees, right in their hearts. And then he raises this question, okay, Krishna is having all the qualities of Paramatma and Brahma, that is by Brahmeti, Paramatmati, Bhagavaniti, Shakti. So Krishna has also this quality that is impartial. As super soul, Krishna is impartial to all living beings. So as Krishna also, he should be impartial to all living beings, isn't it? Because all the qualities of Brahman are there in Paramatma, all the qualities of Paramatma are there in Bhagavan, isn't it? So the qualities on lower platform exist on the higher platform, just as we have this 5 rasas, Dasya, Vatsalya, Sakhe, Rase, Sakhe, Vatsalya, and Madhurya, isn't it? And Shantaras, 5 rasas. So Rupa Goswami says, Prabhupada says that okay, Dasya ras is included in Sakhe ras. And Dasya and Sakhe ras are included in Vatsalya ras. And Dasya, Sakhe, Vatsalya are included in Madhurya ras. That's how it goes. So the qualities of lower platform are there on higher platforms. And that's the point there. Similarly, the qualities of Brahman, Paramatma are there in Krishna. So Jiva Goswami raises this question, okay, Krishna is called Paramatma. One of his names is Paramatma. That's okay. And all the qualities of Paramatma are there in Krishna. That's why also he's called Paramatma. So one of the main qualities of Paramatma is impartial. Upadrishtanumantacha. So Krishna should also be impartial. But now the whole point is, Krishna is impartial, then the whole problem is 7th canto. This question. If Krishna is impartial, then Shishupal should go to hell. Isn't it? He's blaspheming Krishna, he's blaspheming Krishna and he's not following any, what do we say? And he doesn't like Krishna. And justice is not being done because he's not going to go to hell. He merged into Krishna's body. There's no justice. There's no attraction to Krishna, and he should go to hell. He should be attacked by white leprosy. You see this. So, by the way, just a digression. This point of leprosy is there because you see this. Who was that? Samb in the Krishna's final pastimes. Sam put a gada in his stomach, and he dressed himself as a female to actually insult rishis in Dwarka and make fun of them. So as a result of that, he got leprosy. So blaspheming devotees and blaspheming Krishna, you should be attacked by leprosy. That's what is written in scriptures. In fact, it is said in Varun Puran, people who suffer from leprosy in this life, they have blasphemed Vaishnavas and they have blasphemed Krishna. There is no doubt about that. In some previous lives. So that's what, so just to surprise there. So now this question sets the theme of 7th canto. And this question in itself, the answer to this question will prove that Krishna is not impartial. Oh, sorry, Krishna is not partial. He is impartial. He is having all the qualities of super soul. He is impartial. How he is impartial, that's what the answer to this whole question of 7th canto is there. So that's why then Sukadeva Goswami will relate, okay, Shishupal and Dantavakra, they were like Jai Vijay in the last lives. And Jai Vijay got cursed for 3 lives, and then that's why they make Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksh, and then this. So in Ram Leela, what they became, Jai Vijay? I think Ravan and who was that? And Indrajit? I just forgot. What was that? Was that Kumkaran? Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Yeah. So Ravan and Kumkaran, and then in Krishna's pastime, they became Shishupal and Dantavakra, and that's why both of them are mentioned in this verse. Shishupal and Dantavakra. So then they go in the history. Okay, they were Jai Vijay, they were cursed for 3 lives, and then after 3 lives, they have to go back to Krishna. We all know this whole pastime. So they were supposed to go back to Krishna, and that's why. And that is why they they got merged. Shishupal got merged in Krishna's body. So if there was anybody else than Shishupal and Dantavakra, and they would have blasphemed Krishna, and they would have got no attraction to Krishna, they would have certainly gone to hell. And the example is Duryodhan. He went to hell. Even though Duryodhan, Srila Prabhupada says, anybody who died on the battlefield of Mahabharata, they attained spiritual birth because Krishna was present. But Duryodhan didn't die on the battlefield of Krishna, on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. He survived, and then Bhima fought with him, and then he died later. Krishna just left him somewhere, and then he went off with Bhima, and he said, okay, fine, let him die. And that's why he went to hell. So that was a result for that was justice, isn't it? That was good. Everybody liked it. And Shishupal Dantavakra, nobody liked it. So that's the whole point. That is why 7th canto relates the whole history of Shishupal and Dantavakra. Jai Vijay, Hiranyaksh, Hiranyakashipu. And by the way, answering this question of impartiality of Krishna, this also brings about a chance to glorify other pastimes of Krishna, Prahlad Maharaj, and all the Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksh pastimes, Varahadev, and all other avatars, they got glorified, by the way, by solving this question. So Paramatma Sandhar deals with all the questions related to Lord Narasimha, Lord Varaha, and other questions there. So that's how 7th canto deals, Paramatma Sandhar deals 7th canto. And that is why these questions are very important to us. So you might not see this concept in these 3 questions, the concept behind these 3 questions. We can read these questions, and then most of us, we know the answer to this lastly. So but we don't know why these questions are set up like this in 7th canto, 1st chapter. And this is how we read Bhagavatam Bible. Now I want to just digress to another issue relating to these questions, and the issue is how to read Bhagavatam. Now these questions, right, in 7th canto, 1st chapter, they also teach us how to read Bhagavatam. So Bhagavatam should not be read as prima facie. Bhagavatam should not be read just what we see. Bhagavatam is not that point. Bhagavatam is, Krishna in Bhagavatam says, Paroksha Bhadam me priyam. Krishna says, in Bhagavatam, the language is indirect language. In Bhagavatam, the language is not direct language. It is indirect language. And that is why in Bhagavatam, whenever you read Bhagavatam, you have to see behind the words. the concept behind the words, and also the emotions behind the questions. And then we can understand really Bhagavatam. Here Yudhishthira Maharaj is asking these questions. What is his concept? His idea of asking these questions is impartiality of God. He wants to solve this question because religion can be destroyed just, if you want to destroy religion, the number one cause of destroying religion is partiality. Anybody who is claiming to be religious and is partial, that is the greatest irreligion he can do. So Yudhishthira Maharaj is very interested in this question. So that's the concept behind this question. He wants to solve this concept by asking this question. He could have asked other questions also. He could have asked directly why Krishna is not so why Krishna is not impartial. He could have directly asked, but he didn't ask. He asked this question so that his answer is solved, and Sukadeva Goswami gets an opportunity to glorify other avatars of Krishna. That was his idea. And what is his mood here? The mood of Yudhishthira Maharaj is that of understanding what is really justice. Can justice be done by being partial? Also, can Krishna do this? Can Krishna be partial and simultaneously do justice? And also, he wants to understand that, and he wants to convey to other people that the aim of religious principles is to develop attraction for Krishna. If that's not done, then it's waste. So that is his mood behind asking these questions. And his mood is there to actually understand truth. And he knows that truth is not easy. Truth is sometimes contradictory. Truth in itself carries with it contradictions. So yes, Krishna can be partial and he can do also justice. That also Krishna can do. Although religion cannot be practiced without impartiality, but Krishna can be partial. At the same time, Krishna can do justice. And how he does? Well, Vrindavan, Vrajvasis, and his devotees. He's very partial to his devotees. I mean to say, you can say, no, he's not partial to devotees. Devotees surrender to Krishna, devotees serve Krishna, so Krishna serves them. Devotees like Krishna, so Krishna likes them. Devotees leave everything for Krishna, so Krishna leaves everything for them. This is not partiality, this is impartial. But no, Vishnu Thakur says no, he's partial. So because Yathamam Prabhadyandetam Sute Bhajamyam, this doesn't hold for Vrindavan Vasis and Gopis. Because whatever devotees are doing for Krishna, Krishna is doing much, much, much more for devotees. That's a theme there. If devotees are doing 10%, Krishna is doing 100%. But he's showing 10% on the stage, 90% he's doing behind the stage, and he will never show to others that he is doing 90%, and neither he will tell. But acharyas, but devotees know, acharyas, when they write commentary, they know what Krishna is doing behind the stage. And that's the purpose of writing commentaries. The commentaries are all about telling you what's happening behind the stage. Janma karma cha me deva meva meti tatvataha. What do you mean by tatvataha? Krishna is saying, if you know my birth and pastimes, tatvata means basically, you know my birth and pastimes. Everybody knows my birth and pastimes, but if you know what is happening behind the stage, what's happening behind my birth and pastimes, the secrets, that is called tattva, the reality. If you know what's happening behind the stage, then you can come back to me. So Bhagavatam is all about telling you what's happening behind the stage. And these questions help Sukadeva Goswami to go behind the stage and tell you what's happening. So behind the stage, Krishna is partial. That's the whole point. Krishna is partial. And that's why Krishna is partial, but at the same time is impartial, because on the stage he's impartial. So he can do justice while being partial, and that is Krishna. We can't do that, but he can do that. That is him. So that's the whole point there. That's why Yudhishthira Maharaj's questions are so important for us. And these 4 or 5 questions, they set the whole theme of 7th canto. If we don't understand these questions, if we don't understand the concept and the mood behind these questions, then we will never be able to understand what 7th canto all about. It will just be stories and some kind of course, I mean to say, there are concepts of bhakti, but what this 7th canto is intended for, that we will not understand. I mean to say, you can read a history book and you can learn English from that, and you can learn mathematics from that by calculation of years and AC, DC, and BC, whatever. but if you don't understand history from history book, then it's waste. So we can get many concepts of bhakti from 7th canto, but those concepts you can also get from other cantos. Then that's why devotee says, in Bhagavatam, it's all the same. There are stories, and the essence of stories is, okay, well, be attracted to Krishna and love him. Okay, that's the essence. But then within that essence, there are many subsets. There are many other concepts unique to every canto. And that is why every canto denotes one of the limb of Krishna. Like for example, 10th canto denotes face of Krishna. 7th canto denotes 7th canto is first 2 canto denotes the feet of Krishna, like this. I think 7th canto denotes the waist and the stomach part of Krishna, or maybe the chest. I have to just calculate. So anyway, so that's 7th canto. So why they denote each limb of Krishna? 7th, first 2 cantos, feet, and 3rd, 4th are thighs of Krishna, and then 5th, 6th are stomach and the waist, and then 7th, 8th like this, chest and hands like this, something like this. So why is that? Because every canto carries with it a particular concept, and that's the concept of this is impartiality. And when it comes to Krishna in Paramatma Sandarbh, then Sukadeva Goswami says, well, yeah, he's impartial because he carries all the qualities of super soul. But because he's Bhagavan, he's beyond super soul. And that is why, although he's impartial, he can also be partial. But at the same time, he can do justice by being partial. That is Krishna. That is Bhagavan concept. That makes Bhagavan concept unique from Paramatma concept. And that is why Bhagavan concept is an upgradation of Paramatma concept. And that's why we say Parbrahmeti, Paramatmeti, Bhagavaniti. We put Bhagavan on the top, because Bhagavan concept has all the qualities from lower level and additional qualities. That is why Bhagavan concept is most interesting and most pleasing to devotees, and we are all interested in Bhagavan concept. So this is how all the questions are set up here. And I just want to end there, and I want to take some questions, because these 2 important points are important, which I want to come. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. That was really a very wonderful explanation about this canto, how it is starting, and how Yudhishthira Maharaj is asking the questions. Thank you so much. For what reason he is asking, even if he is. And I just understood that it's Bhagavad Dharma. He can be partial or impartial also. It's so I just like the point, the lastly, which you told about this Dharma, how the people outside world, they understand. So by reading just Bhagavatam, everyone will understand, okay, it's only love for Krishna. But still, when we go deep inside, we will know what is the Dharma which the Lord is mentioning. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. I could see Sivakumar Prabhuji.
Can you hear me?
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah, Mataji, maybe Prabhu is sick, right? We can skip the question and answers, or ask him if he's able to take it.
Well, I think you can take some questions. That's okay. That's fine.
Okay, Prabhuji.
I have some time.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for being so merciful with us. Hare Krishna. So I think Shivakumar Prabhuji, you have raised hand. You can go ahead with your question. Shivakumar Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thanks. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Dandavat Pranam, Prabhu. Prabhu, one question on the the partiality or the impartiality topic that was discussed today, Prabhu.
Yeah.
In Bhagavad Gita chapter 18, Prabhu, 14th sloka, the 5 factors of the action are listed, right, Prabhu? Out of which the 5th factor is the Paramatma or the Supreme Daiva. So when we say, we continuously hear that the Lord is actually, Prabhupada gives this example that Lord is like a judge who awards the results of the actions. But here, when we see that he is also part of the 5 factors of action, although in the capacity of an approver, how do we understand that, Prabhu, that he is also part of the, it seems he is inside part of the actions, also it seems at the same time outside of the action as a judge. So that part I'm not able to kind of understand, Prabhu.
No, okay, you're saying the 5 factors. The last is Daivam, isn't it? That's
yes,
what
Prabhu, yes, Prabhu. Yes,
well, he is there, but at the same time he's doing everything detached. That is why he's part and he's not the part. Anything, if you do, Sridhar Swami raises this question in this verse, and I think Prabhupada also raises. Prabhupada didn't raise, but Sridhar Swami raises that how Krishna is involved in all the actions at the same time he's not involved. So he says that's a quality we should learn from Krishna. He does everything in a detached manner. And if we are doing everything in a detached manner, then we are involved at the same time not involved. That's the whole point there. And another point is he is a 5th factor, but he doesn't impose his will on anybody. He is just helping others to fulfill their own will. He's just the Anumanta. He's just a sanctioner, isn't it? So in that sense, because his will is not involved, that is why he will not be involved in that action. The laws of karma will not act on him because his will is not involved. And that's another point which Prabhupada raises. If you want to do any action, but if you don't want the reactions of it, your will should not be involved. And that's, by the way, from this, the entire concept of devotion comes. What is devotion? Fulfill the will of Krishna. Don't fulfill your own will. And if we fulfill our own will within devotional life, then what happens is, if we fulfill our own desires or will, then what happens? Then we'll be implicated in karmas, although we are practicing devotional life. So you see all these things are there.
Okay. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Prabhu, just one more question, Prabhu, on the same topic. Now I am a Grahastha, Prabhu. I have kind of 2 roles in the sense I have to carry out Varnashrama Dharma. Also, I have to carry out the Parodharma, which is the devotion service. Now, if I see that these 2 dharmas are coming in conflict, and if I drop out the Varnashrama Dharma to give preference to the devotional service, how do I look at that situation, Prabhu? Would I be still subjected?
No, that Krishna says, no, Sarvaran Paritajya Mamekam. But the point is, as far as possible, we should try to follow both.
Okay.
But if there is a conflict and if there's a choice, then you should drop Varnashrama and take to devotion. But that should be the last option,
Okay.
I mean, that should not be the first priority. Okay. So whenever there is a option, I'll drop Varnashrama. No. We should try to follow them both as far as possible.
Okay.
That's all.
Thank you so much, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. So there are questions in the chat, Prabhuji. Ananda Vilas Prabhuji is asking, what's a Tattva dictionary definition? Is it Tat and Tattva are same things?
Well, Tat means that, but Tattva is a different thing. Tattva means what is the reality of that thing, what we are referring. So Tattva comes from Tat. Tat means that. That can refer to anything. That can refer to material world, that can refer to Krishna, that can refer to Prakriti, that can refer to time, that can refer to soul. But then you ask, what is the reality of that thing? What is the substance of that thing? What is the function of that thing? What is the reality? Then from that Tat comes Tattva. What is the essence of that thing? That is Tattva. By essence, I means what is a composition, what is a function. So from Tat comes Tattva. That's the whole point.
Okay, thank you, Prabhuji. Jyoti Takni Mataji is asking how a devotee will realize the Paramatma presence of Krishna while practicing devotion. how consciousness has a form.
What's that? Can you repeat?
How a devotee will realize the Paramatma presence of Krishna while practicing devotion.
Well, Paramatma, I told you, Krishna's name is Paramatma because he is very dear to devotees. So while practicing devotion, if you understand the loving affection between devotees and Krishna, then you will be able to realize his name, Paramatma. That's all.
Thank you, Prabhuji. And how consciousness has a form? That is the second question.
Consciousness has a form. I don't know what's this question. It's not clear.
Mataji, if you can unmute yourself and ask the question. Jyoti Mataji, are you there?
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so I don't find any more questions on the chat box, neither raise hands also, Prabhuji. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for coming on the call. I think we can end the call here with your permission, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Okay, unmuted. 1 second, Prabhuji. I think Jyoti Takni's Mataji is trying to unmute. Just unmute, yeah. Can you unmute now, Mataji?
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna and Dandavat Pranam to you. Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, yesterday we had the discussion about the partiality, and there this question was raised that everything that Lord has created has a form. So I just wanted to know how the consciousness also has a form.
Everything that is what?
Everything that's created is also has a form. What Mataji is saying.
Well, consciousness is energy, no? Energy doesn't have a form, even in this material world. Matter has form, energy doesn't have. Energy is formless. So I don't know who said everything that is created that's having a form. I don't know what's this. It's a very abstract statement. Even in this material world, you see light is having no form. Heat energy is no form. That's energy. So there are many things which doesn't have form. So I don't know how can we make this statement.
Okay. Mataji, I hope that is okay with the answer, right? Okay. So then, Putana is special case. Okay. So Deepika Kini Mataji, are you trying to tell something? Okay. Jyoti Mataji is having some follow-up question, Prabhuji. So would you like to go ahead?
Consciousness is material, isn't it, as she's saying?
Yes,
yeah.
Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Well, everything is having a name and form in this material world. That's true. That's given in Bhagavatam. But you have to understand that form can be, that form means everything is having a reality. That's the whole point. Energy is real. Matter is real. That's how you understand the form. Form is not that there has to be something, some 2 hands, 2 eyes, or some structure that's not necessarily there. That's how we understand.
No, Prabhuji, my question is like, you made one shorts in that you explained about the consciousness. Soul is like a light and soul is like a source. So the light which is. So regarding that, I was asking because the term consciousness is affecting our devotion every day in out. So is it a material? Is it inferior energy of a Lord, or it is a superior energy?
Consciousness is marginal energy, no? Jiva and consciousness, that's marginal energy. That's Tata Shakti, that's clear.
Okay, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Eternally grateful to you, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you, Prabhuji. So Prabhuji, consciousness is actually the soul, right? So the soul
consciousness is a symptom of soul. Soul is right there in the heart, and the soul navigates the entire body through consciousness. Consciousness is the energy of soul. It's just like magnet and magnetic energy. Soul is the magnet and magnetic energy is consciousness. And so we know the magnetic field also, isn't it?
Yeah.
That magnetic field is consciousness.
Okay. Deepika Kini Mataji, please go ahead with your question.
Yeah, Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandavad Pranam. Okay, Prabhuji, so Putna is a special case of mercy because she is with Mother Yashoda. I mean, to be with her means, or there is another place where all the demons are kept in Golok Vrindavan. There's a separate place, or I mean, what is it?
No. Demons cannot go to Vrindavan. Putna has become an assistant of Yashodama. That's all. That's all. That's a special case, and how Krishna did that, nobody knows. Because she was a demon, but Krishna gave her mercy to set an example that he can do anything if he likes.
Okay, thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. It's really very difficult to understand Krishna. So this one topic of partial, impartial is very confusing actually. So at one point,
that is why these questions are asked. That's why whole canto is dedicated on this question.
Yeah, I just understood at last, which you told in your class, that it's Krishna. He can do whatever he wants. So
yeah,
that's what I understood. So if he wants to be partial, he can be partial. If he wants to be impartial, he can be impartial.
Yeah,
that's the concept of Bhagavat Dharma. So very nice, Prabhuji. So I'm really very grateful to you. Actually, the inner meaning of the concept you just drive through through your lecture. So that's really very wonderful. Thank you so much for coming on the call, even when you are not well. So you are giving us your time. Thank you so much for that, Prabhuji. And we want your association in future also. With your permission, we'll end the call here. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Let's pay to Prabhuji. Vanta kalpatripusha kripa sindhu pevacha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai Srila Prabhupada ki jai. His Grace Keshavanand Prabhuji ki jai. I would like to unmute everyone.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you so